Welcome to the October 28th, 2020 Talk Supervisors Professional Learning Session for Music.
Camera off, if you wouldn't mind doing the same, even though, again, I love seeing you all, but that may help us with this. So, welcome, music teachers. Thank you for being here today, and I want to go ahead and get started. We want to talk about the norms, and we've been doing this with all the groups as well. We created these norms by researching the best way to make the most of collaborative times with teachers. These norms were adapted from ASCD, making the most of collaborative times for educators from Harvard Education Press. We do want to assume positive intentions and take responsibility for impact. We're all very passionate about what we do. And the reason we are so passionate is because we care about our students. So assuming positive intentions is very important for one, so we stay on task, and for the other one, for two rather, we always remember why we're here. Respect and hear all voices. This is just making sure that everyone's heard and we're sharing ideas to grow as professionals. Believe and know what you have to say is important. Believe in yourself and your thoughts. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about communicating your ideas, making adjustments, and then changing your own thinking along the way. That's how we grow. And something that we owe you out of respect for your time, we want to begin and end on time. So we want to respect each other's thoughts, and most of all, trust in your ideas. If you take a look at the agenda, this is kind of where we began. So before you, jump off here or get scared away, I want to talk to you a little bit about this agenda. Basically, what we wanted to do is to start our discussion today and begin talking about the curriculum and what we need to do. There are many changes in the new standards, as well as the introduction and the goals. That introduction in the 2020 standards, there's changes in that. We wanted to review the 2013 versus the 2020 goals, and that's what I had sent you through Interschool Mail. We also wanted to analyze how the 2020 goals support the standards of learning and compare those differences among the goals. Our focus question then would have been, why do you believe the differences exist, especially any added information? But as we started to plan for this, there's a lot to understand in these new standards. For instance, understanding the 2020 goals and how the 5 C's, the 21st century ideas, and Portrait of a Graduate competencies were infused into these standards and strands. The creative process alone and just understanding the new strands, this alone has 8 elements. Then, of course, there's critical thinking, communication, history, culture, citizenship, innovations in the arts, techniques, and application. These, by the way, are the same strands that art has as well. So with that being said, there is a lot of changes, and a lot of changes for the good, I believe. So we've given great thought about the standards and all the components, and I just mentioned about jumping in and just pushing the standards around, creating pacing. That's what we've usually done. And we usually start with a grade level and see what standards we want in each quarter. I'm not so sure that's the best process for this time, because there are some underlying ideas and philosophical ideas, thank you, about how we do our work and what the music classroom looks like. And that's not just K-5, really, it's K-12. And so I wanted to take some time, and I know some of you have had the opportunity to spend some time this summer, and some of you, I think, had some trouble getting into this webinar, applying the creative process to elementary general music in the elementary general music room. So I wanted to really just give you time to look at that today. So we want to begin this process not by jumping in and moving standards around. We really just want to take a look at this and start there, because this creative process has to be understood. It is just one of the strands, but I think, to me, I feel like it's one of the heaviest parts. And this video that they shared, or the webinar that I have linked in here, will give you an understanding for those of you who did not have that opportunity to watch it. I've watched it 3 times now, and it really has given me an understanding of what the expectations are in the music class for K-5, okay? I also sent you the goals. The other thing I'd like you to do is to take those goals, and you have both the 2013 and then the 2020 goals. I'd like you to still do this on your own, as well as watch the video on your own. We're not going to sit here and watch the video because I think it's something that you can stop and pause. You can take notes on, just to get an understanding of what that strand means. But then I'd like you to highlight what was removed from those goals. And this will be reflected probably more so on the 2013 sheet, not the 2020. And then highlight what has stayed the same, and then highlight what is new or has been added. And then just compare your colors on the sheet. Just take a glance at that. There's a lot of new, but I want you to go through that, because we're really going to be looking at the goals and looking through that lens as we begin, and the strands, as we begin to move things around. So what I'd like to do is give this time to you today instead of staying on here, and for you to be able to do that. So think about the creative process strand when watching that video that's linked. Complete the goal comparison activity, and then I put a reflection at the end, a survey link at the end, and then your reflection will be used to plan for the November-December meeting. So complete that survey by October 30th, which will be fine. The other resource that I want to share with you also, it's the overview of the Virginia Music Standards of Learning for elementary. And again, this came from the VDOE. Some of you may have had a chance to watch that, but I really want you to think about this and to be able to watch that video and then think about the standards. We will start with kindergarten for sure, but at the same time, I feel like everyone needs time to process this and then know where we're headed, and then to know what really goes in a curriculum document. We need to have that discussion, if that makes sense. I can't see you right now because I'm only seeing this slideshow. So Linda, if there are any questions, put in the chat, and Linda and Sue Ellen will let me know. And remember, our goal is this year is to develop that curriculum, the sequential pacing, the aligned resources, some reasonable targets for students to reach, and through a success criteria and the assessment methods. And we'll get there, but I don't think jumping into it right away without knowing the background of some of these things, that we can do that, or we should do that. I do want to share with you a couple resources. One of the first things I want to share with you, and I've seen this in one of your lessons, and I was so impressed with it, and I want to make sure everyone knows about it, is that Google extension add-on. There is a video in there, and it will show you how to do that if you haven't used it, but it's really good. The Chrome Music Lab is one of them, and then the NYU Music Experience Design, another good resource. And they also share these in that video that I put in the link in there as well. Music Play, you all have Music Play now. Some of you have just opened this up for the first time. So I know you're meeting soon, I think beginning in November. Talk to each other how you're using that and share your ideas. Some of you have been using it a little bit longer, and some of you just received that. And I'm glad that they could just add on the subscription to your own subscription that you already had, so everyone gets that as well. And then think about how you can use Music Play to support the creative process strand as well. So with that said, this is where the survey is. This will be on, I think it's already there right now, on the elementary site under the Talk SUP for music. And so this presentation will be there. And I think I just want to give you time to watch those videos and do that highlighting exercise, and then answer some of those answer the questions on the survey. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here and then go back into the Meet if it lets me. Hold on just a second. So does anyone have any questions about what we're doing? And go ahead and turn your mics on, okay? And let me know if you have any questions. I really just want you to take this time, watch those videos, and do the highlighting activity. And then I think we'll all have a better understanding of what these standards mean and what the strands mean. Is everyone good with that? You could turn your camera on and give me a thumbs up or something, because okay. Ryan, everybody good? Jackson, great. Okay. All right. I want to slow things down a bit, but I want you to have the information that you need as well. Okay. Could you share the link to the SUP page, please? Absolutely.
Getting ready to.
Yep.
I'm sending it to Vivian as we speak.
She's sending it to Vivian, so Vivian will share out, okay? Everybody doing okay? Oh, I love your smiling face. I know, Rebecca. We'll all get through this together, okay? But again, I want you to have a good day. Take time to really look at these videos. I think they're excellent. The VDOE gave some great resources out there. So again, I just want to make sure that everybody has what they need. So we're really turning out a great curriculum document and doing what's best for kids. Okay. If anyone else needs anything, just let me know. All right. All right. Have a great day. And I'll see you soon.